Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, that was our new amazing intro. Welcome to Weird Frequencies. My name is Rob. This is Tyler. This is Bubba. This is Adam. And look who's joining us. It's Connie. Dun dun dun. The heretic. Is that what that says? The
Yeah, the heritage.
That's great. Uh, Weird Frequencies, we're broadcasting live from a bunker deep down in under a cornfield somewhere in south central Illinois. So we all have individual bunker compartments, and
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to keep all of us safe. If we're all in the same place, they can take us all out.
we all share the same air funnels that go around, and everyone shares the same air. So don't fart, anybody.
Yeah, really.
Oh God,
Tyler.
Yeah, no kidding, Tyler, man.
We share air tubes.
I almost had to leave the bunker last time you let one go.
I told you doorknob. I told you doorknob.
Look, I have hamsters back here I'm doing experiments on, so yeah, just so you know.
Dude, it's a vault. There's no
Scientific
doorknobs in here, man.
You ever been around my dog? Yeah, she is the gassiest dog that. Oh my God.
So, welcome to the show, Connie.
Thank you.
You're a long time watcher and supporter of the show.
Yeah.
I've noticed you always in the chat, and plus you were on the show once, right? And I wasn't here.
Once you were right. You were on hiatus.
Right, that was my little hiatus when Tyler took the helm. So, which he still does all the time, but well, super cool. Look, I was looking at our little YouTube feed, and everybody's got their own little square now. That's awesome. We're like the Brady Bunch kind of up there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Here's a story. So tonight, we 2 weeks ago we talked about giants on the show, and where the stories came from, and why the evidence doesn't really hold up at all, and why the myth kind of refuses to die. And so it's a 3-part series, and tonight we're going to do part 2, which is Nephilim, the Watchers, and the Book of Enoch. So we're going to go dive a little deeper than we did last week. We talked about why people think they're real and stuff. Hi, Charlotte. Welcome to the show. Definitely. We're going to be talking about giants here, and then we're going to be talking about aliens and the world's freaking out about aliens right now, the big announcement. So, yeah, we're definitely going to get into that. Which, we talk about aliens a lot, but tonight we're going to dive deep into the alien land, and because things are happening right now, it's wild. So stay tuned for that. But right now, Nephilim, Watchers, and the Book of Enoch. Giants, angels, or something else entirely, basically. And so we had Connie on the show because she's well read on the subject matter, and she's really interested in it. And we wanted her input and her knowledge, and we just think she's cool. And here she is. So.
Now you're going to find out why I'm called a heretic. But I will tie in the aliens with Enoch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us why you're called a heretic.
Well, for one thing, I am not a Christian. Okay.
Yeah.
But I do believe in parts of the Bible, but I read them differently. I'm more of a follower of Daniken or Sitchin or Bigelow, like Chariots of the Gods and stuff like that.
Fair enough.
And I see it differently.
That's awesome. Okay.
Enoch was, he was basically a mediator between heaven and earth. Okay. He would go in between.
Mm-hmm.
And talk with each, or if somebody had questions, he would go up there and talk with them.
Mm-hmm.
With the Nephilim, I am bad at names. I will totally screw them up. But the Watchers were the ones, they were kind of like guardians. Okay, they would watch over the land for um, the Elohim or the Elohim. Okay, now here's where the heretic part. The Elohim was not one god. The Elohim was a group of gods. Okay,
Yeah. Yep.
and the
Like a
Watchers,
like a pantheon.
yeah, kind of like generals.
And the God
Okay.
we know is just one of them, right?
Yahweh, um, wow, Yahweh was the god of war. I can tell you
Welcome,
that
Virgil.
much right now.
Right.
Um, but anyway, the Watchers watch over, and they saw Adam's women and thought that they were really, really beautiful. So they came down and started making babies with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then that came the giants. Now, also, what the Watchers did was hand down knowledge of swords, metals, astrology, cosmetics. Now, why cosmetics? I don't know. I guess they wanted to make the women more beautiful, but if they want it down here, then it's up there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's broomstick.
Cosmetics. You
Huh.
had
Right,
you had me at they brought down cosmetics. I'm like, wait, what?
right.
Okay.
So
That's what I say is what?
the Bible says there's a passage that says the sons of God took the daughters of men as wives, and that their offspring were called Nephilim. The King James Version famously translates this as those were giants in the earth in those days.
Right,
There were giants in the earth in those days. That's what the King James Version said.
right,
That there's something important a lot of people don't realize. The original word, Hebrew word Nephilim does not mean giant. It's likely a word from a root meaning the fallen ones or those who came down. So right away, this is an interpretation. Were they physically huge, or were they just spiritually and politically and socially dominant? You know, we don't know that. We don't know that they were giants necessarily, right? So that
Enoch
matters.
said they were like 3,000 cubits, which is ridiculous because that would be like 4,000 feet tall. Maybe 30 cubits.
Hmm.
I would say more to that.
So the Watchers. Let's talk about the Watchers. This is where the Bible goes quiet. And another book speaks loudly, the Book of Enoch. Right? Yeah. This is an ancient Jewish text that was widely read in the ancient world, but eventually excluded from the Bible canon.
Right, right,
And in Enoch, the story gets wild. According to that text, the Watchers were heavenly beings. They
right.
descended to earth. They taught humans forbidden knowledge, like you're saying. They took human wives. Their offspring became violent, destructive beings, and God wasn't happy with that, our God. In fact, Enoch described these giants as consuming everything, turning on humanity, and even turning on each other, which leads to
Right.
judgment, the flood.
Well, there's another thing that gets me. It says it also defiled the animals. And then they're not saying how they defiled them, but sometimes I assume sex. Maybe that's how we got the platypus. Who knows?
Well, I
so that,
mean,
so
you're
these,
you're a Nephilim. You're out on a lonely night. There's a duck that looks pretty good.
you're feeling a little freaky, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how we got Mish.
So I just want to point out real quick. Do you guys notice there's a lot of similarities with the Book of Enoch and how they're describing the Nephilim and like the Greek pantheon? Kind of makes you wonder if like the Greek pantheon's based upon
Came from that,
yeah, or one or the other. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you'll find there's a lot of similarities like that across. You have, the Greek, you have the
Mm-hmm.
Roman. They're just different names, but
Mm-hmm.
similar
Mm-hmm.
powers, positions.
There's
So
similarities in all
yeah,
religions, even,
yeah. So
That's the Elohim, though. They were different gods, I would think the archangel, because the Elohim had, with their names, they had El at the end of them. And then there was one above all them that was called the El, or the Eloi. But
So
each of those ones had different positions, just like the Greek pantheon.
the book basically tells this story. I mean, to put it in a fast, like 2 minute version, that there's two brothers, and correct, this is the easy version, and correct any of this if I'm wrong, Connie. But there's, there were two brothers who argued over, the fate of really Earth, and one of the brothers made us slaves, and they mined gold from here. And fascinating thing is, one of the reasons they needed gold from us was to take back to their home planet, because it deflects the sun, and their planet was heating up. And gold it was one of the substances that has its own really reflective substance. I mean, matter to it, and it works really good, better than anything else. So they needed our gold, and they took it all, they mined it all, and there's all these old ancient mines underground they're finding now that where we did it, and there's like actual maybe proof. But anyway, they took us from these some kind of beings like monkeys, or not even monkeys, like something like just some weird creature informed us. They made us into slaves. They messed with our genetics. They perfected us, made us great slaves. Then, like, one brother wanted to just kill us all, and one brother didn't, right? And they argued about it, and I don't know what really happened after all that, but I know it's like a battle between two brothers, over the fate of us, and one of them wanted to keep us, one of them didn't want to, and I don't know, is that kind of a layman's how this story went? Why do you think it's like has disappeared? Like, why didn't they use it, in the Bible? Why is it forbidden? I don't get that.
Why did they get to exclude all the lost books of the Bible? I mean, you got Jesus when he was a kid. You got Mary Magdalene saying what Jesus said is a heck of a lot different. You got Judas, poor Judas. He was told to kill or to have Jesus killed.
Mm-hmm. So you got a lot of versions of it, huh?
But it wasn't just gold. There were herbs.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
There were what?
Herbs and spices and stuff that
things that are only on this planet
wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they had their own anointing oils, healing properties. That's another thing that the Watchers came down and taught us.
So okay, part 3, the flood. The flood, in the book of Enoch, the flood isn't just punishment; it's a reset. It's a cleansing, not just of humans, but of corruption. The giants are wiped out, the Watchers are imprisoned, and humanity is rebooted. And some people believe the flood story isn't about rain and water; it's about just removing something that just didn't belong.
Well, the Watchers came down and screwed up their genetics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you go off some stories, there's also claims that there were animals and plant life on the planet that weren't supposed to exist, apparently, or some kind of accident that got washed away in the flood. Like some people will point to
defiling the animals.
Yeah, well, some people will point to, like, the unicorn, for example. They claim the unicorn's real. Fossil evidence shows it's not real. The only thing that comes close will be a woolly rhino. But some people have theorized, well, what if it was washed away in the flood?
Yeah, and in the talking about it, though, the Nephilim might not have been giants in size like we think they are. That's all. Even though it does say it in a few places, but they could have been, warlords, kings, tyrants, genetically different elites than us, but. History doesn't really separate, some things, and everything was kind of blended, And so when ancient people talked about giants, they might not have meant big bones. They might have just meant like that these people were unstoppable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stronger. Well, we got our so-called myths, which may not be myths, like Hercules. Perseus. They could
Yeah.
have been part of
Hmm.
him.
I don't know, I mean, all that information could have been, I don't know, in the Great Library of Alexandria that burnt down. It
Yeah.
could be in the Vatican, sealed in the vault that they're not letting people know.
Yeah.
There's a
That's
Exactly.
right.
lot of
Do you,
things missing
have you heard the
or added in.
rumor? Have you heard the rumor of the second Dead Sea Scroll?
Right. There's
It's
that.
there's supposedly there's two Dead Sea Scrolls. But then one was found, one got released to the public. The other one supposedly the Vatican took, and that details the flood and Noah's Ark and everything like that. So maybe that could be what people are talking about.
It
Well,
could be, but there's also 3 different books of Enoch.
Yeah.
There's the book that we're discussing is mainly the Ethiopian or the watered down or another watered down version of the
uh-huh.
Ethiopian.
Uh-huh.
The second one shows Enoch going through the levels of heaven, which some of these places were on earth. And then the third one goes into like somebody called Metatron. And not Megatron.
Damn,
Metatron.
got my hopes up for nothing. Some bitch for
and and aren't they also, really, really hard to like translate, and people aren't really sure what a lot of it, they're not like 100% like, that they've translated this thing. But with AI now, they may do more, but when people doing it, I'm pretty sure that there was like, it wasn't perfect, I guess.
Well, as someone who went to Bible college,
Uh-huh.
I've never been big on man translated things.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially when those translation groups are hired by royalty.
Yeah. King
And then
James. Yeah.
yeah, and then you have Bibles that are actually edited by royalty. That
Right.
doesn't make sense to do.
I
Or
love that we have.
rabbis.
I
Yeah.
love that we have both sides of religion in the room. I love that. The heretic and the knowledge seeker, and our religion expert. We call Adam. We like to call him. I don't know if he likes that, but I call him that anyway.
The Mormon will just sit here and look at his bookshelves. Apparently,
Adam's
just chop
really
liver.
no, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I'm
no, I
joking.
consider both of you guys really knowledgeable about religion, though. More than
Yeah.
me. So
It's like my wife knows a whole lot more about it than I do.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I was hoping Adam and his wife would be here because they could really
Yeah.
back up a lot of stuff,
And
Yeah.
I like the history of religion before the Bible. Really, that's what interests me a lot. Really, that's what I'm always interested in. So, okay, part 5. This is why this story scares people today. The Nephilim story freaks people out because it suggests humanity isn't the first version of itself. Right? People don't like thinking about that, or that something interfered with us. Right? I mean, our genes, people are like, throughout the years we get abducted and stuff, and like, do you think they're done messing with our genes? I don't think so. Why stop now, right? That's what I always thought about it, abduction stories, but, they've been doing this since the Egyptian times, right? So, but people don't like thinking about forbidden knowledge like this, and that the world has been reset before, or that history, as we know it, might be edited. That's not just ancient fear; that's modern anxiety, because it mirrors how people feel now. Powerful elites, advanced knowledge, no accountability, systems are all out of control. The myth keeps surviving because it keeps fitting. Like, it makes
history
sense.
keeps repeating itself. If you look at Noah, and the book of Enoch, it's just they destroyed the world, or maybe because when they said that Noah was up on the mount, there are other texts that says that there were other people up there, and plus,
Yeah.
I believe there have been many Garden of Edens that you have. We have different races, and yes, evolution can take a part of it. But what if there was Garden of Edens placed around the earth? They wanted to grow their certain herbs or whatever minerals they wanted to do, and they fit the person to the environment.
To
Well,
run
and
each one.
you talk about history being rewrote. First of all, I mean, there's a lot you kind of talked about there. Mankind is constantly evolving. What we see today as a disability could end up being an evolutionary trait we have in the future. I mean,
Right.
I'm not
True.
I'm not trying to insult anybody here, but look at autistic people. To us, we think they have a disability, but if
They
you,
don't.
they can actually think. It's just their minds are wired differently, and they're so smart. They don't think like us on our conscious scale. Look at what was it, Rain Man? Look at how brilliant he was. Einstein supposedly he had autism and he helped create the atomic bomb. And then you want to talk about history being rewrote and forgotten. Just recently, they found hidden chambers in Gobekli Tepe. That's one of the newest sites that they found recently. And the big thing about Gobekli Tepe is that everybody was saying, "Oh, it was made by hunter gatherers. It was made by all." They had chambers they still can't get to. Hunter gatherers could not make those chambers, but the mainstream science they just going to keep saying it was all hunter gatherers. It was just a place they gathered. And no, that's not what it was. It's the
Nope.
same concept as like when Rob talked about chambers under the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally.
Mm-hmm.
And there's parts missing, so they took them parts with them.
And they hide them still today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, part 6, why the Book of Enoch was removed. So we talked a little bit about this, but here was kind of my take on it. This is a few reasons. It contradicts later theology, right? So, of course, it just contradicts everything. It describes angels too physically. People don't like that. It gives humans forbidden knowledge, and it just raises uncomfortable questions. It wasn't okay. It wasn't removed because it was faked. It was removed because it's dangerous. Talking about it on this show is dangerous.
They
It's a
can't control the narrative.
it's a complicated story, and the big institutions, they don't like complicated. But here's my grounded opinion. Do I believe angels came down and had literal giant hybrid babies? No. Do I believe people experienced something traumatic, powerful, and chaotic and described it maybe in the only language that they had? Yes. I think the Nephilim story is a warning about unchecked power. It's a memory of collapse. It's a mythologized explanation of why the world had to reset. But giants, this is what the giant story is all about. The giants aren't about height, they're about imbalance. When something grows too powerful, too advanced, too corrupt, it collapses. Every culture tells a story, different names, different gods, but the same warning. Maybe that's why the story never goes away, because it's not about the past, it's about us.
Well, the flood, it wasn't just about the giants either. It was about other human beings too.
Yep.
If you go off of what the create, and I hate this religion, I want to say this right now. I'm not a part of this religion. The creationists claim that this is where I'm going to really hate myself. The dinosaurs survived the flood, but God supposedly put the dinosaurs on the earth because there were other things they had to fight, like the giants, for example. And I heard Rob sigh. He's like, "Son of a bitch, Tyler, you had to get your thing in." But it's like,
No. I mean, that's part of the story. And
yeah, it's part of.
why is there dinosaur bones and no giant bones?
Right.
Yeah,
Or
because if
Bigfoot. Or Bigfoot. Sorry.
don't start.
Sorry, Bubba. Go ahead. Anyway. Yeah, we're getting serious tonight. No Bigfoot. No, just kidding. So, well, it's a wild story, and most people don't even know it. Most people don't even know it exists. Like, if you just are talking to people and you're just like, "Hey, have you ever heard of the Book of Enoch?" They'll be like, "What?
Right.
What is that?" And like that,
Yeah.
they know nothing about it because it's been that suppressed. Like, although, now of course, in the past few years especially, it's been really wildly getting around the internet, of course, but Your
It's been
average person doesn't know what it is
well,
or
it's been
anything about it.
tossed in with any of the other books. It's been removed or not even added to the Bible, like the Book of Mary Magdalene or the Maccabees, or there's a number of books that, because of outside influence, weren't added in.
Right.
Yep.
So, you know,
So,
And that's a shame.
it is because we should be allowed to know it all, so that being better educated about everything is better. But there's a reason why some of these books aren't in there, and that's even more reason to read them.
So
Right.
would you say in a situation like with Mary Magdalene or the Book of Enoch, would you say like this might be the earliest example of like a church or a religion controlling a narrative on something? Kind of like what you see nowadays with like the news and politicians.
It's either a church or a researcher in and of itself, or royalty. Whenever someone who has power that could be threatened by the word or by a book, they'd rather just delete it
mm-hmm,
from existence so they can
mm-hmm,
Right.
continue their power.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So,
That's very true.
I mean, so what do you, as a Christian man, think about the books of Enoch, Adam?
um,
How do they fit in with your religion?
well, I've found over the years that I can't really call myself a Christian anymore. Um, I, I myself am more of an omniist, which is there are good things to be had from all religions. And at the end of the day, if your religion makes you a better person, I'm fine with that. Cool. I'm not going to push my belief on anybody thinking that mine is superior to anyone else's. I just don't
Yeah,
want people to be a dick. Okay.
right, yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
always respect anybody who has any faith in
Yeah.
anything.
I,
Like, I'm
I,
not
I
never cut down someone's faith.
yeah, I prefer to be open-minded in all things because that's where you get true knowledge.
The world needs faith
Yeah.
nowadays.
Oh God,
We need all the
yeah.
faith
But
we can
but
get.
but faith can come from a bunch of different sources. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah, yeah,
just come
yeah.
from a singular
It can
God.
come from Satan,
Yeah. I
whatever,
have I
whatever
have a
floats your boat.
cousin.
Witches,
Yeah,
trees,
I have a cousin who was a member of the Church of Satan,
right?
and I've had many conversations with him. And it's
That just
just
got a different outlook on things.
Satanism, from what I've seen, is just more inwardly focused. It's about the person and not about the group. So, that may look evil to some people, but
You never told me in the years I've known you, you had a member of your family who was in the Church of Satan.
I never saw a port in it, Tyler.
What?
Thanks for busting them out, though. No, I'm just
You
kidding.
never asked.
Oh, okay, asshole. I'm
How
gonna ask about this next time I get the chance.
like how dare you assume that I don't know any people other than other Christians or people who may or may not believe, like atheists or
Big Q said
whatever.
if you don't know about the Book of Enoch, then you haven't even found the rabbit hole.
Oh,
That's
he's
so true.
not wrong.
That's so true, buddy. He also said someone's breathing really loud. I pulled my mic back. Everybody, get away from your mic. Somebody's breathing like Darth Vader, apparently. No, but so. And yeah, and someone, Virgil, thought we blocked him. Virgil, we're not, showing all of your filthy comments on the screen necessarily,
Yeah.
but we're not blocking you. We choose what goes down there at the bottom, if it's important or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this one.
That was a decent comment there. It doesn't say something about something filthy, basically.
Or how do we solve a problem like Julie? We don't, because Julie's not a problem.
Oh no, I tried my very best to take care of Julie every night. Okay. That is a problem I will definitely address myself.
Corey wants to
So-
know, Adam, does your cousin worship Taylor Swift? Get the hell out of here,
No.
Corey.
No, he does not.
So, any final thoughts on Nephilim Watchers and the Book of Enoch, Connie?
Well, the thing on, like with Noah, they really don't describe Noah's birth in the Bible. Okay, when Noah was born, he had very white skin, white hair, and they said that his eyes would light up a room like glow. Now, Lamech, his dad, is like, that's not my son. He says, matter of fact, it looks like the people up there.
No, it might have been an
So,
alien. Huh?
right, so he went and asked, his dad asked his dad to ask Enoch or Enoch because that was his grandpappy, and he
Mm-hmm.
was the mediator of heaven. So he goes up there and he asks, what's with this child? He comes back down and he tells them that yes, Noah is your child, but it will be something great with God. Now, in the Bible, they like to say that God chose Noah. No, he was genetically manipulated. He had to have been inside the womb.
Uh-huh.
If he's still Lamech's son, but he doesn't look like them, he looks more like the genetics of the gods.
Have you guys have you seen the movie Noah? The
I
last one?
saw it. So I saw the movie and I thought it was good, but I'm just like giant. I get the giant rock golems are supposed to technically be the Watchers because they even kind of explain it, but it's you can tell it was made that there was a lot of glitz and glamour put in there for Hollywood.
Well,
Always is.
a lot of people got really upset about the end of the movie where Noah is talking to the Watchers and the Nephilim. I don't know, that's why I brought that up. In fact, we'll show the scene here real quick. We'll probably get banned for it. A lot of people said they couldn't understand this guy, and they with the audio, what he's saying, and they complained about it, but because he has a creepy, weird voice. But let me see. Hold on. Let me bring this up.
Yeah, I've actually seen that one. I've looked into that. It was quite interesting.
This is a wild, scene in the movie that really, I mean, they wanted him to remove this completely, and he refused.
Creator formed us
We won't
on
watch
the
the whole
second
thing, but
day, the day he made the heavens. We watched over Adam and Eve, saw their frailty and their love, and then we saw their fall, and we pitied them. We were not stone then, but light. It was not our place to interfere, yet we chose to try and help mankind. And when we disobeyed the Creator, he punished us. We were encrusted by your world. Rock and mud shackled our fiery glow. Still we taught mankind all we knew of creation. With our help, they rose.
he's walking with him here at the end, too. Yeah.
Broke the world. But I look at you, and I see a glimmer of Adam again. The man I knew. The man I came to help.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie, man. I don't want to, go too deep into that. Plus, we'll get strike.
Well, it kind of it makes me realize something. Was that movie made with the intention of mixing the Book of Enoch and the original story of Noah together?
They added that in to go into the Book of Enoch and kind of blend that story together. That's what he's telling right there. He's
Right,
explaining everything Connie talked about tonight, basically in that scene, kind of, sort of.
I just knew in that whole movie, I swear to God, Russell Crowe was drunk as fuck just to do that movie. cut me the paycheck. I will shell my ass.
I like Russell Crowe, man. Yeah, he's a trip. But that's a great movie. Go watch the end of that. Maybe I'll explain the Book of Enoch a little better for you, everybody. A little bit. Or just go check out the Books of Enoch. They're out there. You can just read them and research them.
There's a lot of information in them besides the giants. I mean, Enoch actually talked to the gods. He talked to angels. He found out where man, like he took them to one place, and it's on Earth. It's supposed to be one of the levels of heaven. That there were these holes, and in the side of a mountain. And it's like, well, these where all the souls go. Not that when we die, we go to heaven. No, we go in one of these holes. Either unless you're really one of the chosen ones, you get to go to heaven. But they have one for the Watchers. They have one for the Grigori. The one for the rest of us people, and then they had one for the slain. People that were slain. As a matter of fact, Enoch was talking to Raphael, and he says, I see this one guy here just having a ruckus. He's petitioning to heaven, as they say. And he says, well, who is this guy? He says, well, that's Abel. Abel was slain by his brother Cain. Cain gets to go on and have babies and make a lineage and have a family and have a life. And Abel's stuck in a damn hole.
I will say this: whenever it comes to looking into these forbidden or unknown texts,
Uh-huh.
don't use AI to sum them up. Just go read them. Read them for yourself.
Right.
Don't let Grok or Gemini or
Yeah.
whichever AI you prefer to use.
Or some jerk on the internet.
Yeah. Don't have them sum it up for you. You'll
Yeah.
miss facts. You need them all.
Yeah, you do.
People are spreading so much crap information out there too. That everybody thinks they know everything too. People are running, their social media presences now as like, I'm the guy or the girl who knows everything
There
and
is
gives
one
out
more
advice.
story.
You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up.
There is one more story where I am going to give Bubba a chance.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked last week about the moon. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Now, when Enoch was with one of the angels or one of the Elohim and said that this is in the second book of Enoch, or more of the book of astrology or astronomy, and that
Uh-huh.
Uriel is in command of the planets, the stars, the moons, the sun. Okay, now if something goes wrong with one of these planets or something, or it goes retrograde, okay, or it ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing, he
Mm-hmm.
has to go down there and fix it. All right. Now, some people say, oh, let there be light. No, I think he's actually going down there and fixing it. Just like the moon could be a base, the planets can be a base.
There's people that definitely believe the moon's a base, and there's a lot of stuff going on there they just don't tell us about. When there's this whole other side we can't see, the dark side of the moon's a real thing, and when it goes around, it's like we can't see the other side, right? Isn't that
Right.
wild? We never see that other side. What's going on over there?
Well, some
That ain't
people say there was a war up there and that some of them craters were created by bombs. Why do you want to bomb a dead planet?
Yeah, or it definitely got hit by a lot of meteors.
yeah.
One,
That too.
one or the other. So, okay, super cool. Well, that was part 2 of our giant series, Nephilim Watchers in the Book of Enoch, and for part 3, we're still if you haven't noticed, this whole giants thing is kind of like we're looking into the entire history of giants in this thing, and kind of debunking them a little bit. I hate to say, sort of, kind of, but I mean, we're just being realistic about it all, is all, and trying to get down to the bottom of it, but. In part 3, we're going to go into ancient advanced civilizations, what that has to do with giants. We're going to talk about forbidden technology a little more. We're going to talk about lost knowledge a little more, and whether humanity has been reset more than once. We talked about that, but so that's going to be next week. Lost advanced civilizations and ancient tech before the flood.
Does that mean we can talk about Trump declassifying the alien shit now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I've been waiting.
Bam.
We went from the Epstein files to the X files.
So, of course, let me see. I'm trying to find my stuff for tonight. Dun, dun, dun. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Sorry. Okay, so the possibility that we're not alone, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on. The whole internet's freaking out about it. Trump's going to make this announcement. For most of human history, people have looked up at the night sky and saw mystery. Ancient civilizations believed the stars were gods, spirits, or gateways to other worlds. Today, we know those tiny little lights are suns, and with many planets all their own. And science is beginning to reveal something extraordinary. The universe might be filled with the ingredients for life. Water's everywhere. Organic molecules exist in space. Planets are forming around distant stars by the trillions. Yet we never confirmed another civilization exists. Not one signal, not one spacecraft, not one piece of evidence, which raises a question that scientists have been asking for decades. If the universe is so vast and life so common, where is everybody? Right, so tonight we're going to discuss governments are discussing UFO files. There's strange objects that are entering our solar system. There's mysterious signals coming from deep space. And there's a scientific search for alien civilizations going on. Sounds like stories, but they're all real. So right now, of course, the government UFO files could be released.
So there is a lot of people, there's a lot of politicians that are saying that if Trump does this, it's going to be incredible. Of course, you've got the ones who they're always going to be against Trump no matter what. But it's really interesting when 70% of Washington, they polled 70% of senators and congressmen in Washington, they said they would be all for this. That's fucking scary. It's the first time Trump's almost had all of Washington on his side, declassifying the UFO files.
Wait a minute. Our government can make a bipartisan decision?
It's the first bipartisan decision they've made since
Wow.
Obama.
Put that on the board.
So, in case you haven't heard, Trump has said that he's demanding that federal agencies release documents about all UFO investigations, everything. And it's because, remember last week we reported that Barack Obama went on the news. We busted him out. Barack Obama was on some podcast and we caught him. And the guy asked him if aliens were real, and he went, "Yes, they're real."
Yeah, and then like 2 hours later, he retracted his statement on Twitter saying he didn't mean to start anything. He was just assuming that the guy was asking him about does he believe, not what he saw in the White House.
Yeah,
then, 3 hours later, they asked Trump the same question, and Trump fucked up and said, "Oh, that's classified information. Obama shouldn't have said that. He can get in big trouble." And you see Trump realize that, like, glimmer in his eye. He goes, "Oh, fuck."
He done the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
Michael Wizard says, "Check your phone, Rob."
Oh, okay, all right, will do. So, yeah, Obama busted himself out basically, and Trump, called him out on it and said he shouldn't have said that. He really messed up.
Yeah, but that confirms it, doesn't it?
That
Kind
confirms
of,
it.
sort of.
It took the biggest president with the biggest fucking ego to try and outdo Obama to just say, "Oops, there goes 100 years of secrecy."
I'll be back. Carry on, boys. Sorry.
They asked him if aliens are real. He said yes.
Yeah.
But then he also turned around though right then and said, "But there's nothing under Area 51. I didn't see anything." But that was it, but he still said yes to the answer.
I'll find the tweet that Obama put out about the UFOs, which it's fucking crazy.
I mean, just the
But
fact
so
that
did Trump. He done the same thing. He admitted it by saying it's classified, but then he tried to backpedal too.
Yeah, he did. And it was like, Well, I might reveal what it's about. I don't know. I might. And then like hours later, we're still dealing with this Epstein shit, and not a single American perpetrator on the Epstein list has been arrested. But they got Prince
Nope.
Andrew, and
I
all of a
know.
sudden, here we go.
They've been about it. They've been arresting politicians and royalty and anyone in a high power position.
All right, here's what Obama said. I'll read it. I'll read it to you real quick. It was in the comment about Barack Obama declassifying aliens. Obama tweeted this on X and said, quote, I was trying to stick with the spirit of the speed round, but since it's gotten attention, let me clarify. Statistically, the universe is so vast that the odds are good there's life out there. But the distance between solar systems are so great that the chances we've been visited by aliens is low. And I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made contact with us. Really. Bullshit. Bullshit. You tried to backpedal that yourself.
Yes, mathematically and numerically speaking, there is a chance that there is life. But you could have said it that way, Obama.
But you did.
And then Obama, he put out a statement, also another one, right later, saying he backtracked all of it, saying, "Oh no, I didn't mean that." And,
Yeah, it's the second statement says, let me go to this one here. To verify the facts said during the podcast,
let me verify that real
at
quick.
no point did I ever say that the U.S. military had possession, or the U.S. government had possession or evidence of extraterrestrial vehicles, extraterrestrial beings, or evidence of life on another planet.
No.
That is what he fucking said in the interview.
He said aliens are real.
Yeah.
So he's not even answering that. He's just that's a
Yeah.
totally Bill Clinton political, type of. I did not have sex with that girl.
Depends on what the definition of is.
Yeah, I did not say aliens were real. I said something else.
Let me be clear.
I
did not say aliens are real.
I just said some stuff about the military. That's
Well,
all.
you remember he did this during Biden. He said he went on a podcast and they asked him about the aliens, and he said, "Go talk to Joe Biden. They're real." And Biden was so out of it. Biden's like, but now here it is, Trump. He does this every time somebody else is in office since Biden, and Trump just fucking pancaked it and was like, "Oh yeah, I need to cover my bases. I need to cover Obama's bases. Fuck."
E.T. little guy just want to go home. Yeah, it was so sad when he turned him all white and he was almost dead. That's the classic scene now in every single movie, though, where the creature dies almost at the end and then comes back to life and everyone's happy. And that's like in every movie now. But so Donnie might. Here's the thing. Here's my thoughts. Donnie might be, getting. Uncle Trumpy Bear might be gonna make an announcement, but what's it gonna contain, right? So
I do have a short list if you'd like to hear what's rumored the first wave is going to.
Okay, but here's the thing. The Navies, they've released cockpit videos of objects moving at high speed with no visible propulsion, and they've got videos and things like that of unidentified aerial phenomena, but that doesn't mean aliens. That doesn't mean aliens.
Right. That's the big theory is it's like Congress is still trying to determine what it is. It could be extraterrestrial. Some people are saying it's interdimensional. We had Ray on, last year, and he mentioned, right after Congress mentioned and let it slip, they were interdimensional. It could be another species that lives right underneath our feet we don't know about. It could be another government has developed a means of different propulsion.
Well, instead of calling them UFOs, they now call them unidentified aerial phenomena. So,
get that nerd terminology out of here. It's UFOs.
But here's the thing, though. Just by admitting that, that's a small change, but that's something important. It says that the government is now studying these incidents and taking them seriously. That's the thing. So, but the whole Trump thing may just be sensor glitches, or they might be have explanations for everything that they're going to put out. It might not just necessarily be, or just that they don't know, right now at this point. But I doubt it's going to be a bunch of alien videos, right? Or
I think
alien
they're just going to try
interviews,
to.
or alien nothing.
I think they're just going to try to control the narrative. They're going to have to. They can't go back. Like we have very old pictures that artists, famous artists have painted, and there's a little bit of UFO they painted up in the
Mm-hmm.
sky.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been around a lot longer than you think.
Even on the pyramids, there's perfect pictures of
Right.
UFOs and people driving
Hieroglyphics.
them with eye
Right.
watches on and stuff, and holding cell phones.
Hmm.
With the, yeah. Uh, so okay. Story number 2: why humans want aliens to exist. So, belief in extraterrestrial life isn't about science; it's also about psychology. Researchers who study conspiracy cultures say that UFO interest often increases during periods when people feel uncertainty about the world. There's all the Epstein things going on, and now all of a sudden, aliens and the cure for cancer. That they're talking about that. I mean, we haven't talked about that tonight, but
Yeah, then we see you talking about that.
the cure for cancer. China has a cure, I mean, I don't know if this is real.
And then-
I mean,
and then
guys,
a-
am I the only one hearing this?
Now, a Spanish man also claims he's got a cure for colon cancer, but the internet's making fun of him because of his birthmark. And it's like, bro, ignore the birthmark. That's a cure for colon cancer.
Well, we all know why our government would squash stuff like that. There's no money in the cure. It's all in the
Exactly.
treatment.
I thought it was Russia that had found the cure or something. We were talking about it.
It's in the CIA files that
Yeah.
there's a cure from many, many years ago that they
I-
have a cure for cancer. But
I will use this analogy. I use this every time when somebody says they have a cure for cancer, okay? So let's go with this. I'm not going to choose Bubba because I pick on Bubba too much. I'm going to give him a break. Adam, let's say you come down with terminal lung cancer.
Oh, you mean like I almost did years ago with my pancreas?
Well, way to make me feel like a jackass then.
You can use me as an example.
Okay, thank you. You're going to sit there. You're going to realize your life is now, you're on a time limit. You're about to expire. You're literally about to leave this world. Now, all of a sudden, a pharmaceutical company comes out and says, this pill will completely cure your cancer.
That's a big
You're-
pill, man. How
you're
am I taking that?
Or anally. You're going to sit there and you're going to want that pill. A lot of people are going to want that pill because they want more time with their
I'll be
families.
one.
They want more time with their kids, their grandkids, all that stuff. All the pharmaceutical companies have to do is look at you, hold that pill up, and say, how much is your life worth? How much are you willing to pay to live another 10, 20, 30 years?
Sell your soul. So
Exactly. You will sell your soul to save your life. Then you'll say, I'll give you everything. Well, that's not enough. Now they own you.
right.
That's what it is. That's why there's no cure for cancer, because if there was, we'd all be enslaved by now. I mean, hell, I smoke, Broomstick smokes, Rob used to smoke, he vapes now, Bubba smokes weed like a chimney, and Adam, you had cancer, you almost had cancer years ago. I mean, it's going to
Yeah, I had a cancer scare. They found something on my pancreas. It's a year-long thing. They sent it to the Mayo Clinic, couldn't identify it. Ended up being a second spleen or a splenoma. So,
Huh.
I remember that.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
yep.
So here is a new site. The United States government now operates a program specifically designed to investigate unexplained aerial sightings. So it's called the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. Yep. The AARO. Now, what this is, it's its job to collect reports from across the military and intelligence community. That includes fighter pilots, naval radar operators, satellite data, and classified sensors. In recent reports, hundreds of sightings have been cataloged. Now, I don't know if we can go into these or what imagery, official imagery.
Yeah, you
This
should be able
site's
to.
really interesting, though. It's a military site. It says up at the top. It's just for our listeners. It's aaro.mil, and recent reports. Most are eventually explained as water balloons, surveillance drones, birds, or debris, but a small percentage remain unresolved even after detailed analysis. But more importantly, investigators say unresolved does not mean extraterrestrial. It simply means there isn't enough information to identify the object with certainty. But the fact that this exists shows how seriously the government's taking these reports now, everybody. You know, for decades, the UFO sightings were treated as fringe. Now they're logged, analyzed, and archived just like any other intelligent data. Pretty wild.
I mean, do you guys want to hear what's supposedly supposed to come out in the first wave of files? They haven't got a date yet, but what the first wave supposedly consists of?
No, go ahead.
Okay. According to some insiders, the first wave of files, which should be dropping either next week or the week after, this is what's supposed to include. It's supposed to include documents based upon Project Blue Book, the Majestic 12, and their findings, their official findings to the government, and not
Project Blue
unofficial.
Book,
Yeah,
which that's where the government is going to cause a fake UFO invasion, right? Isn't that kind of part of it? Well, no, Project Blue Book's been around for years, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
That's the
Project
one
Where
Blue
that
they've
Beam.
been where they've been covering UFOs all this time. That's right.
yeah. Bluebeam was the one that fakes the supposed
Blue
UFO
beam.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
right. Sorry,
Um,
wrong blue thing.
it's also supposed to go over Area 51. It's also supposed to go over recent sightings by military personnel, civilians, and pilots. It's supposed to also cover Roswell, which I'd be happy if they addressed Roswell. And it's also supposed to address the Varginha case, which is in southern Brazil, which is apparently the Brazil version of Roswell, where a UFO crashed and aliens survived the crash. Were running all over this village, and the government was rounding them up and stuff like that. That's supposedly the first wave. So I'll tell you. I'm going to ask you guys this: do you think they're going to actually like show us everything?
No.
No,
No.
they never show us everything. Come on, Tyler. You know better than that.
I mean, look how they handled the Epstein files. I mean, my God. I got excited at first, but now I'm like, oh, wait, it's our government. They would mess up a wet
But
dream.
listen, Peoria, Illinois is in the Epstein files, okay? Just saying.
Yeah. What do you mean? What's in there about Peoria?
It was just mentioned in an email between Epstein and someone else. I don't remember who the other person was. But
Scary.
yeah, Peoria, Illinois was mentioned in the Epstein files.
They just don't want to get into even more of our back history of what's been going on with our country, even in in the presidential lines and stuff like that, and of what they've been doing to human beings and children, women, men, just to make their national security safer. Yeah, they destroy people's minds.
So, well, this should be interesting. I mean, there's a lot of strange things going on in this world right now with
So-
aliens.
Can I ask you guys one question? All of you in the chat room. what is, if they release these files, what is one thing you would hope to see in these files? Because I think we're at the point now where even if the government's acknowledging they're tracking UFOs, it's only a matter of time until you get something.
Uh,
They
it,
wait.
I mean, it'll be interesting if there's anything in there actually about aliens themselves, other than just the the things flying in the air that we don't know what the hell they are.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that's all it's going to be is a bunch of more things flying in the air that we don't know what they are.
Uh,
But it'd be cool if
Yeah.
it talked about, there's tall races, there's short races, there's grays, there's, the blonde-headed. Tall people, and whatever. If they give us some more details on all of that, that'd be pretty cool. But I doubt they're gonna,
Well,
I
you brought up before, the mixes of with religion. Okay, now if you're going to tell all about the aliens,
hmm
and the religious people are going to be going, "Oh my God!"
they're gonna flip out. Yeah.
Right?
Rob has been
Let's
wanting
face it.
that for years. He wants
No,
TV.
no, it's just. I mean, the story just might be different than what they think it is exact. That's all. We might not. It might just kind of prove that we maybe weren't exactly maybe just created by one God. Maybe there's more than one God. Who knows? There could we don't. There could it could mess with all of those theologies and stories and everything.
Bubba, what about you? What would you say if you were to read these files? What's one concrete thing you would sit there and say, okay, they've given us something, now we know. What's one thing you'd want to look for?
I would love to see real government photos of the crashes and alien bodies or live ones, whatever, and them flat out say, "Hey, this is our file. Our pictures. It's real."
So a picture of an alien. I honestly can give you that one. If they showed a picture of an alien, like they mentioned Varginha, they mentioned Roswell is going to come out of the Earth wave. Those are famous for crash sites. If a picture of a body shows up that's an alien, I'm going to call Rob and say, I need the entire book of Enoch right now. I'm changing religions.
Well, I mean, think about it. If just some Joe Schmo shows you a picture of an alien, are you going to believe it? Probably not. But then if the government actually finally shows us a picture of an alien, says, yes, this is what we've taken, it's you're a lot more going to believe that than
I don't know. Adam, what about you?
Um, I would love to see evidence of alien interaction regarding inventions and advancements that we've made. Things that, we just can't really explain how we came up with the technologies. They just kind of all of a sudden appeared, you know.
hmm
Yeah, like you see a technological jump between Roswell and now. Holy shit.
Hmm.
We went from 0 to 100.
Did you ever watch Dr. Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer, with the
I
aliens? He explains more technological than he does with the Greys and all that kind of stuff.
He's a trippy dude. Um, he's always involved in some kind of sketchy thing though. Like he's got this camp you can go to and he takes your money and
They
and you
all
can
do,
see
really.
UFOs and and he also has um like the Boogosphere. He was really involved in the Boogosphere, and
Yeah.
we don't know if that thing's real or not,
No,
and
we don't.
it hasn't been. They won't let any real scientists look at it or nothing, and I'm pretty sure it's probably not real. From what we actually studied it on the show before and had AI study it, and
I
even
remember.
AI told us it was fake and made by humans. But that's AI. Who knows about But I like him though. Don't get me wrong. He always has he's always talking about disclosure like it's coming
Right, he
like every
does.
like 2 months this big thing's gonna happen and never does. And now
No, it doesn't.
what's he gonna say after this, Connie? After Trump,
Who
you know,
knows?
once Trump actually discloses everything, that guy is going to have to just retire because that was his whole gig.
It's like
True.
all the ships are gonna uncloak, and
Yeah,
we're gonna freak
just
out.
Dr. Greer, just go home, buddy. You're done. We don't need you no more. But no, he's cool though. I like him. Don't get me wrong, but he just does some, maybe not so great decisions. But is that him talking about it right now?
This
Yeah,
is
can you
something
play
that
that?
oh, it's not a video of him talking about it, but it's he made a press announcement the day after Trump announced the release of the files, saying he has prepared a speech for President Trump to announce the existence of aliens visiting our world for millennium. And apparently he's giving it to Trump. So I don't know if Trump's going to read it, if that's what's going to start the whole file drop or not, but he was right there.
Uh huh.
Let me see.
So, uh, one thing I wanted to talk about tonight was how AI is searching for alien civilizations. For decades, the search for alien intelligence relied on scientists manually scanning radio signals from space, right? But they would, researchers would examine data looking for patterns, and but the universe produces now this overwhelming amount of noise, radio emissions from stars, galaxies, pulsars, satellites, Earth's own technology, and countless other sources. So, separating a potential alien signal from all this crazy interference is difficult. So, today, scientists are turning to AI to help solve this problem. Groups like the SETI Institute and researchers working with NASA are developing machine learning systems capable of analyzing enormous data sets from radio telescopes. So, modern observatories generate terabytes of information every night. So they used to have, like SETI used to have, it was so much info that they used to have people, like your home computer helped you. Do you remember that? Like, I don't know if you could help SETI, right, by allowing them to use your computer to do data computations while you went to bed. You could hook up their app, and you basically shared your computer with their whole network to process all this information from satellites that were coming in. It was just so
That sounds
much.
safe.
Well, it was a thing for a long time, and even I don't even know if that's still a thing now or not. But anyway, it's just massive amounts of data, but now, uh, in recent years, there there's machines that can do it now, and they're seeing all kinds of previously overlooked signals that were missed by traditional methods, and just basically all of this radio waves and astronomy contains huge amounts of unexplored data. Hidden signals exist in recordings collected years ago, and artificial intelligence is going to help science simulate what alien signals might look like. What could they be a repeating pattern? Is there a mathematical sequence? Is there a narrow beam aimed at Earth? The truth is, we don't know, but human technology has only existed for a tiny fraction of history. Let's see. AI is used because it doesn't rely on human expectations. Instead of looking for signals, machine learning signals systems can flag everything and anything unusual. So AI is just going to really help us basically sort through all of this crazy information that humans just, took forever to do, and it's just going to really help us a lot to sort through these things because we're getting flooded by signals from outer space all the time that we don't know what they are, and AI is going to help us figure it out and read them. So
Well,
it's pretty
AI
wild.
can look at those frequencies and identify, long string patterns to see if there's something repeating or just, you know, or
Yep.
and it can use its database to identify, well, that's just the wavelengths from, I don't know, light or certain sounds, but it could see if there's a difference, but there's a pattern in those differences
Uh-huh.
to
By the
show
way-
the type of communication.
By the way, just to give you an answer on that SETI home you were talking about, where they could use your computer, they stopped doing that in 2020 to focus on analyzing 21 years of collected data. So you can't do it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
And I did. I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but I also
No,
did
no.
just get the video about Dr. Stephen Greer talking about Trump and the aliens.
oh, let's hear that. Yeah, can we?
Yeah, I didn't mean to jump off subject. I'm sorry. I just
No,
found it.
no. Yeah, that's important. I like Dr. Greer is like the source. Let's face it.
All right, here you go.
Dr. Stephen Greer, founder of the Disclosure.
That's it.
Joins us now. Dr. Greer, great to have you back. It sounds
Yes.
like disclosure might happen, but we have heard all this before. Think Jimmy Carter, think Bill Clinton, similar promises. The question is Donald Trump different?
Well, he is different because we have put a lot of people around him who are very close to the administration, who have been getting key information to him and to cabinet level people for since he took office. And they're taking the matter very, very seriously, as opposed to some who have not taken it seriously. So I think there really is a change here happening, which would be the most consequential announcement any president would make in history, frankly. But I think that it's a lot to be determined, and we're certainly going to cooperate with getting everything from our intelligence network to Mr. Hegseth, because other secretaries of defense who've been ordered to do this have come up and hit dry holes because of the criminal nature of the secrecy around UAPs.
Right. Dr. Greer, I know that you have essentially written a speech for the president to deliver if he decides to do this. I want to quote just the first line. My fellow Americans and all citizens of Earth, it has come to our attention that extraterrestrial civilizations of great technological advancement have been visiting Earth for some time. Could you see President Trump being the first president to step to the podium and deliver a speech like that?
I do, and apparently his daughter-in-law believes so as well. And I think the reason for that is that there are so many pressures about this subject coming out in the next few months that delaying it much longer would not be proper. And I've advised in a briefing we did for the White House that they do not want to be behind the curve on this. They want to not have it come out through other countries or in some other way, asymmetrically, let's say, and they want to be ahead of this. So.
Oh, I did not mean that. I'm sorry. Here.
Oh,
There we go. Add back. Add yourself back. There we go.
hang on. Let me pause it. You would bring it back up? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he was just about done, but you're cool. Go ahead.
Bring this back up. And yes, I know it's Newsmax, but it's the only one I can find that had the video on it.
Shout out to
But I do think
Newsmax.
this is coming on a fast track right now.
Real
But you're
news.
privy to the other side of it. And he could come
Oh, yeah.
to a podium and say that aliens are real, they are visiting us, and they have been visiting us for millennia. Something to that effect, correct?
Correct. And I think we're advising that it be handled very carefully because every word is going to matter globally to stock markets and to our allies and everyone else. So this is, and luckily he has someone by his side, Marco Rubio, who had been Senate Intelligence Co-Chair, that we provided a vast amount of information to before he left to become Secretary of State, and also National Security Advisor. So I'm optimistic he has good people around him who are informed.
And you're one of them. Dr. Greer, appreciate you being here. We've been on this from Inauguration Day, and here we are, maybe on the precipice of something big. Thank you, Dr. Stephen Greer. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, here's a video here to check out real quick about this.
All right.
Oh, no, okay, maybe not. Where's my audio? There we go.
Has confounded humankind for centuries. Are we alone? We may soon know, as the Trump administration is ordering the release of all government documents on aliens and UFOs. Here's senior national correspondent Mark Strassman.
At night, when we look skyward into the cosmic dark, is something looking back? Former President Obama recently suggested, yes.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51.
Hollywood found extraterrestrial life decades ago, sometimes for cheap laughs.
Hey, he's back!
I love that movie.
Set aside the cookie factor. Polls show roughly 2/3 of Americans believe intelligent life exists on other planets.
It will be the most important scientific discovery ever. It will change the future of humanity because if they arrive to our backyard, we might want to visit their backyard. We might.
Astrophysicist Avi Loeb teaches at Harvard. He points to the 100 billion stars just in the Milky Way galaxy.
If you believe in God, God is not a parent of just one child. We have siblings out there. And so you have to revise, to update your worldview.
Cosmic conspiracy theorists believe our government knows more than it's saying. President Trump said,
That's the big thing right there, just what he just said. We have to change our whole worldview, possibly. If, like he said, if God's not the parent of just one child, there might be lots of them out there. So, that could shake things up. It could shake up the markets. They could shake up, the stock market could go crazy, let alone all the Epstein stuff that's going on. If that ever goes down, I mean, that could really make the stock market. Want to see your banks close real quick? Whew. Watch your money, everybody, right now. If you got a bunch of money, and hope it's somewhere safe. Better pick your banks wisely.
I still say everyone that keeps saying that this is supposed to distract everyone from the Epstein files stuff. I don't
say
think
that
it's
about
going
everything
to.
all the time. It's a big distraction, but
I don't think it's going to distract anyone away from it.
We're
I think
too
people will
smart to be distracted
involved
anymore.
in both of them.
Well, yeah, that's why all of a sudden aliens and the cure for cancer. That's what I was saying. That's the what people are saying. That's a way to distract us from it all, anyway.
So let me get this straight. In the past 2 years, AI came to life. So one part of my childhood, Terminator, came to life. They resurrected the dire wolves, so Jurassic Park, another piece of my childhood. And now the aliens are coming, which could be, you could go to that from Transformers, Independence Day, Star Wars. I'm a little concerned about what comes next. If I remember what comes next, it's motherfucking men running around with claws in their arms, with like metal claws.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, Tyler, speaking to the direwolf thing, they're now grown and hunting in packs.
There's three of them, yeah. They're getting ready to breed one of them. Mm-hmm. The female's getting ready to breed. I'm like, oh no, what are we doing? And now they're talking about bringing back the Megatherium and the wolf. I'm like, you need to slow down on breeding in dire wolves, so at least you got something for it to eat.
So there's let me just put this up real quick. I'm not sure what's going on, but this is pretty wild, though. Republican Luna just posted a photo of a wormhole on X with zero captions, no content, no explanation. Is this something she was briefed in on Sci-Fi, Classified Intel? What are you trying to tell us, Congresswoman? What is the deal with this? Can we blow that up? Huh.
It's a wormhole.
Yeah, that's actually somewhat technical.
Is that some kind of travel device, mechanism, wormhole, teleporting thing? Why is the U.S. Congresswoman showing us this, ladies and gentlemen? Things are getting weird. What's the deal?
That's what makes time travel quicker.
It's actually not anything new.
Or space travel.
How they always explained wormholes was you take a piece of paper and you fold it onto itself.
Yep.
And that's
they
how
put
that
it in
traveled.
the movie Avengers.
So,
okay,
fair it's enough. Not something new. It's been around.
Why, as a U.S. Congresswoman, putting that up on X? Republican Luna. Interesting.
It's one of those youngins thinking old information is new.
Yeah.
Because they never heard anything.
My boy Adam's calling her out. Okay, we'll save that for last. But, okay, check this out. High definition 4K photo reportedly captured this in Acapulco. Have you guys seen this yet? What's the deal with that?
What in the fuck?
appears bright and distinct in the sky, standing out against a coastal backdrop, and has sparked a lot of discussion. Witnesses describe the object as moving silently, hovering, unlike any conventional aircraft. Unusual shape behavior led some discoveries classified as a genuine UFO sighting rather than a drone or a weather phenomenon.
If you guys are able to zoom in on it, look at that thing. It's crazy.
Let's see if we can do a Control Plus here.
Wow.
Dude, that looks like something I fought against in Arc Raiders last night.
Yeah, isn't helping. That messed everything all up. Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Huh. That is a trip. I mean, really nice AI work. Shout out to whoever did that.
They put two jelly beans together, and then they're like, AI, make this look high-tech.
Yeah. Good AI prompts there, buddy.
It is freaky looking, though.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. I know. I saw that yesterday. I was like, okay.
So if there's a picture, is there not video?
That's a good point.
Yeah. What's up with that? I don't know. See if anybody can find a video out there. Okay, so a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world with aliens right now. I think we about covered most of it out there. The one really important thing, let me get to, let's see. Yeah, this is super important. We got to cover this. Where is it at? Dun, dun, dun.
So I'm looking online, like Adam said. Surely there was a video of it, and there's not a video. There's just pictures, and that kind of pisses me off because, like, you see these things. It's been reported by multiple people, and no video.
Be done with the green screen for all we know.
Shia LaBeouf.
Looks to me the only difference between a video and a photo is you hold the button down longer. That's it.
We got to talk about my boy Shia LaBeouf.
I saw something about he was in the news again or something, but
went crazy in New Orleans, trying to fight everybody all around him. He's just losing it, basically. Here he is running the next day. Check out them crazy tats he has, man. That dude's a trip. It says across his stomach, it says creeper.
Fit. I'll give him
Is that Trump on his back? Or Johnny Carson? Or?
That's not Trump on his back. It looks like an old lady.
No, it's maybe. I don't know.
Creeper. CreePer.
It is like an older lady.
Dude, he has come old. He has fallen really hard since his days on Disney Channel.
So I was trying to find the video of him actually in the fights. Dang it.
Let me look for it.
Can you find it real quick of him getting like pushed around, and then he's in an ambulance in the back of it. What's the world coming to? And Shia LaBeouf's going nuts.
He's changed his life for a while there, but
he's a nut. He's a trippy dude, man.
He's on drugs, or
he's definitely drunk. I think
he's definitely another whistleblower saying that the people mess with him, like with the Epstein.
Yeah, he is. And now they're making him look like he's crazy right now. See,
this comes from the news source Extra. So just giving you a heads up on that.
Oh, I never saw the headbutt. Oh,
ground. TMZ with the videos.
There he is in the hot.
Sitting in an ambulance after a bar fight. Nursing.
And he's like, I didn't do nothing, man.
He was thrown out for aggressive behavior, and as they
beat me up. Yeah, look, here he is being a badass.
Several times with closed fists. He was later charged with 2 counts of simple battery.
He saw that camera.
He was later sent to the hospital for unknown injuries, and after his release, he ran back to the party.
Are you fucking serious?
He's been spotted all around the city since last Thursday, drinking and shirtless. The Transformers star has been going through a lot
He's
of
just trying to
cleanup.
have
It
some
was recently
fun,
revealed that
man.
he
You know,
quietly split
everyone's
from his
coming
wife,
down on
Mia
him.
Goth, a year ago. TMZ reports she's, quote, concerned about his behavior. They
Extra,
share a daughter
extra.
together.
We're gonna get a strike so bad
Nearly
tonight.
1 year after the
Bad thing about this show we found out lately is they delete our shows a lot because we have we get strikes, and I'm finding now some of our old episodes are just gone.
On Facebook. Some of our old episodes are still on YouTube.
Oh, good, yeah. Facebook's
Because
way more strict about it.
our show they're doing the same thing to our show. Facebook deletes them after a month, and that aggravates me. That pisses me off.
And I think it's easy now, easier for companies to or anybody with a problem to report stuff on Facebook. So anybody that sees our video on our show, we're just like we give shout outs, right? We try to plug whoever it is, and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
They say you should really only show like 10 seconds of a video and then comment on it, and then show 10 seconds and comment on it if you don't want to get strikes.
So, our show, my show, Best Day of Podcast, we got a copyright strike on Wednesday's show for the music in the background of a meme.
We get copyright strikes constantly. I get them emails all the time. I just ignore them and go, ha, ha, sorry.
Oh, so it wasn't the meme itself. It was the music in the background of the meme.
Yes.
Now we're monetized, so I don't know how that'll work, but, if they get taken down, they get taken down. Well, then we won't get paid our 57 cents a week or a month. A month. Yeah.
That's my mortgage money. I better get my 57 cents.
Yeah.
Tyler, who are you kidding? That's not even enough to feed a starving Ethiopian. Come on.
We got monetized, and I looked in there one day, and I was like, oh, $57,000. I'm going to retire. Woohoo. We're all going to be rich. And oh, wait, no, that's 57 cents. Shit. Never mind. Never mind.
He just imagined extra zeros.
Yeah. My mistake. Wrong decimal point there. Anyway, yeah. So, but yeah, Shia LaBeouf is possibly, maybe, been taken over by aliens, maybe, possibly.
God damn it, Bumblebee! Why?
He made that weird video with that girl too, that dancer, and he was like, some little 15-year-old girl was in the video. I don't know. It was creepy. I thought.
Well, so supposedly
Saya, whatever that girl's name was.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a beautiful dance and everything, but it's just, I don't know, there's something creepy about it. But go ahead.
He did go through some hard times, but he went into rehab. He got psychological help. He was doing better. He was in that movie Fury with Brad Pitt, where he was really good. So to see him go from that to this is kind of sad.
But he's in New Orleans. You're supposed to get drunk and run around with no shirt on in New Orleans and
Get
beers
wild.
and boobies and get wild.
Dude, it's because he didn't go to a Girls Gone Wild party. I mean, that's why they got after him. He didn't go.
Yeah, he's probably not on the Epstein list, so they got to tear him down. But
yeah, you're supposed to go crazy and mad in New Orleans, right, Skeletor?
We haven't covered the Epstein files a whole lot. I mean, we talk about them here and there.
Wait, I think Shia LaBeouf was on the latest list.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he was.
Figures. I just don't want to get, I don't want to piss off the Illuminati. So, no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not actually, but yeah. I don't know. Politics are boring too. Everyone else does politics. It's more fun to talk about fun stuff,
weird.
Yeah, things that politics have an explanation. Usually we like unexplained things and mysteries and stuff like that. But Connie, thank you for joining the show tonight.
Thank you for having me.
It's been super fun having you on and getting your opinion on everything. And so, what's everybody's final word about aliens tonight and the whole big disclosure going on? What do you think, Connie? What's your final word?
Aliens have been here. Aliens have started us. Aliens have genetically modified it. So,
Bam. Why change now, right?
right.
Well, they fucked up when they modified us.
Couple of us.
Yep. Something's wrong.
What about you, Tyler? Are they real? Are they coming?
I think they're real. I don't think we're going to hear about them from Trump. I think it's all smoke and mirrors, but you never know. You never know. He might surprise us.
Uh-huh. Bubba?
You know, I'm ready for it, but I think we're going to be disappointed at what we do. But we're not going to get the info that we really
be
want.
A bunch of blurry videos we've already seen. Adam?
I think mathematically speaking, they're out there. I'm kind of with Bubba. We're not going to get the information we want or need. It's going to be a bunch of minor crap or heavily redacted stuff. It's not going to be all of it in one shot. It's going to be spoon-fed to us.
I agree with you guys. Yeah, I think that they're definitely real. They're definitely out there. But I don't think we quite understand it, yet. And I don't think they're going to tell us anything when this happens. But I think we should do a special show if Trump drops this speech, right?
Yeah.
After the speech is done, we're going to do a special show that night, all right? So just
Live
tune in
reaction
for that.
whatnot? Hell yeah.
Live reaction. We need you listeners here. If it happens, if it goes down that night, we're going to do a show. It might be late. It might be after the speech. We're going to do one, though. So thank you, listeners, everybody, tonight, too. You're so cool. All of your comments. We love you guys. Thank you so much. So otherwise, we'll see you next Sunday night for part 3 of Giants. You going to come back, Connie, or not?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, come back for part 3. Come back for part 3. We need your help with that to finish off that series. So,
okay.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night, man. Peace out.
Peace.
Take it easy, everybody.